Thousands of people at Google have called on the tech giant to cancel its cooperation with a Pentagon artificial intelligence project. In a letter to Google's chief executive, the employees pointed out that involvement in the business of war could harm the company's reputation, whose motto is "Don't be evil."
We believe that Google should not be in the business of war. Therefore, we ask that Project Maven be cancelled. Building this technology to assist the US government in military surveillance and potentially lethal outcomes is not acceptable.
Project Maven is described by Google employees as a customized artificial intelligence engine. It's said to detect and track objects in images provided by US government drones and send the results to the Pentagon. And while Google's management described the project as non-offensive in nature, the tech giant's involvement with the Pentagon has still led to divisions inside the company. The military link was first reported last month, and the employees' letter also points out that it could damage Google's brand and its ability to compete for talent. But that's despite competitors like Amazon and Microsoft already being involved with defense contracts. Google's former boss, Eric Schmidt, has been head of the Pentagon's Defense Innovation Advisory Board since 2016. And while defense expert Mark Gubrud says it's admirable that Google's employees are defending the company's core ideal, he adds it's unlikely to change the corporation's plans.
It's very exciting to see a movement arise among Google employees of concern about their company's contribution and the world's drift towards autonomous weapons. I'm not so sure that, this letter, or if Google does what the letter asked them to do, namely sever its involvement in this Project Maven, how big of a difference that's going to make to the Pentagon's efforts, I can't really say. They're using open source software that Google makes available to anybody. So somebody else could just come along and use the Google software and other resources to do the same kind of work for the Pentagon. But I think it's still very important to see this kind of a statement being made by the employees of Google.
We requested a comment on the story from Google, and the company's spokesperson told us that conversations about new technologies with employees are hugely important and beneficial. The statement also pointed out once again that the technology in question is non-offensive and is intended to save lives and save people from having to do tedious work.